Okay, can I just ask you a couple of quick questions on the COVID situation? Are you concerned as a cabinet minister, as a former health minister? It does seem like the numbers presenting themselves for tests, I think they're up something like 40 something percent, just shy of 50% this week compared to last week. Are the alarm bells ringing?
I am concerned, right? But I'm also optimistic. There's 310 people in hospital with COVID-19 as of last night. It's not long ago that there was about 2,000 people. Number of patients in hospital with COVID-19 is down 9% on last week. Number of patients in ICU is reducing. Number of people being vaccinated is increasing. I think what we have seen over the last week is how these new variants, how easy it is for them to spread. And we've seen lots of examples where one case here can result in dozens and dozens and dozens and even hundreds of cases. So it is a need for all of us to continue to be aware of all those things we're fed up people saying for us to do, but that are as important today as they ever were. But I do genuinely believe, Shane, that we are heading into a summer where we can see hope and where we can see reopening. Nursing home visits, I just use them as an example. We saw what happened when we vaccinated everybody in the nursing homes. People can now go and see their loved ones in nursing homes again. We've seen the number of cases in nursing homes, thank God, completely collapse. In the coming weeks, everyone over 70 will be vaccinated. There'll have to be a dividend and a bonus from that. So there's a lot of doom and gloom out there at the moment. I understand why. It's serious. We need to be concerned. But we also need to be hopeful. And I genuinely believe, and I don't mind saying it, as a government, we're going to have to, in the coming days, begin to talk to people about what the way out of this looks like.
That's interesting.
Just keep telling people what
Minister,
they can't do.
Because my co-host, Ciara here, is she's very big on this. She's saying, look, we need to know, for example, if we get to 60% vaccinations, if we get to 70%, if we get to 80% vaccination, what kind of vaccine bonus will there be? What would people be able to do at that point? Will the government be outlining that as part of their plan in the coming days, do you think?
I really think we have to strive to do as much of that as possible. Now, look, got to be honest with people. As we've always been saying, this virus, likes to tear up our best-made plans. There isn't an exact science. I am the Minister for Science. There isn't an exact science to how this virus will behave. We're still learning more and more about it. However, I do think we have to go beyond just telling people what April looks like. I think April will see a slight easing of some restrictions. I think it has to.
Outdoor
I think we have to look at a couple of
5K.
Yeah, I don't want to overly speculate, but that 5K is driving people absolutely bonkers at this stage. I mean, you and I live in urban areas, I think. I mean, 5K in an urban community is very different.
I'd love to go to the beach. I can't go to a beach. Community. I'd love to go to a beach.
Yeah, so I think we have to look at how we can help people live with low risk activity. And doing things outdoors we know is safer than doing things indoors.
Yeah, okay.
But let's be honest, we're not going to be in a position to do a huge amount more in April. We've got to be truthful on that. But I'd like to see us begin to spell out what the months of May and June and July might look like as we begin to see the vaccine programme really, really ramp up.
Final question, donning your third level hat back on, your Minister for Higher Education hat back on. Do you think students will be back in campus in September and October?
I do, actually. I do. Now, what I want to do, to be fair to students and to be fair to staff, is provide a more substantive update than a couple of words, and I want to do that at the start of the summer. We have groups meeting on this. We've already published a plan as to how you would safely operate your college campuses in a COVID environment, but it has always been the view of public health experts that at level 4 and 5, the bulk of activity has to stay online. I think, based on what I've just been saying to you there, and the vaccine bonus and where we're likely to be with vaccinations through the summer months and into the autumn, I think we'll be in a very, very different place. So while I can't be overly prescriptive now, what I can say is I expect a lot more on-site activity in the new college year, and we will spell out what we believe that looks like in the early summer.